Alright, what is going on, guys? This is Principal Smile, and I'm back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary. But yeah, for today's video, as you can probably tell from the title or description of the video, I'll be going over my thoughts on the map Gauntlet in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Awakening 1, DLC 1 Awakening. This is part 3 of my 4-part series of my thoughts / impressions on Awakening DLC 1. The last 2 parts were over Skyjack and Splash, and the final part will be over the last map, which is Rise. But yeah, I'm gonna talk a little about the gameplay for a second. I do get a nuclear, I believe, like a 36 gun streak and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. And I'm using a Cuda with quick draw stock, fast mags, and extended mags, I believe. So yeah, and I'm also using Heatwave Specialist because Heatwave Specialist is so much fun to use. I want to say it's definitely one of the better specialists, but I still prefer Kinetic Armor over Heatwave, mainly because Kinetic Armor gives you extra health and whatnot. But Heatwave is so helpful when you could when you flank around an enemy and take off 3 guys over there. But yeah, it's Heatwave is still good. People underestimate Heatwave sometimes, but paralyzing your opponents is a huge deal. It can make it a lot easier to get feeds and whatnot when there's multiple people around in one room and whatnot. So yeah, enough of me talking about random other stuff. Let's talk about the map Gauntlet. This map, as you can probably tell, or you probably already know, that's a 3-lane map. The middle lane is like an Arctic snow area. There's a good amount of open sight lines. This left lane right here, or in my perspective, the left lane, the jungle lane, it's sort of like an open grass field and whatnot. I wouldn't say it's entirely open, but it has some good cover in between and whatnot as well. And then on the right side, where the start of gameplay was actually occurred, was at the street backlot area, which is where I hang out the most, I think. But yeah, this map, I still can't really decide if it's my second favorite map of the Awakening DLC 1. It's either this map or Splash. My first one being Skyjack, because I freaking love Skyjack. It's such a good map to play for rushing. Small 3 lanes is easy to play, and it keeps the flow going smoothly and whatnot. This map is a 3-lane map as well, but the lanes are a bit different. Obviously, in the environment changes. This map, each pillar spawns at their own base, and you can either go through the middle, through the backlot area, or through the jungle area. I recommend staying away from the jungle area, mainly because it's a lot easier for other players to hide in the grass and whatnot, which makes it harder to see enemies and harder to pinpoint enemies. So I usually try to stick to the backlot area or the middle area, where there's not that many hiding places, I guess you could say. There's only a few corners. This is like a U-shaped, actually, the backlot area. So yeah, I usually just try to stay in the backlot area. If I'm using SMG, if I use an assault rifle, then the middle area is where I usually try to stay the most if I'm using an AR. Because in the middle area, there's much more longer sightlines than the backlot area, and the jungle area as well. Because jungle areas are morely medium to close range encounters. But yeah, those are the 2 parts. 2 parts I stick most to the map. I definitely want to avoid the jungle area as much as possible because it's just so easy to hide in that area. But yeah. What was I talking about again? I was thinking about Oh yeah, I can't. I was thinking about how can I decide if it's like my second favorite map of the DLC Awakening one. Because in the previous video where I talked about Splash, I said that the more I play Splash, like the less I want to play or the less I'm interested in it, I guess you could say. Splash is a beautiful map, but it's like a lot of places to hide, in my opinion, which I didn't realize at first. But then the more I play it, the more I realized that there's actually a lot more places to hide, and I thought a lot more really dumb head glitches. I wouldn't say really dumb, but a lot more cheeky head glitches compared to Gauntlet. Gauntlet is not that much, like, I guess, defensive, campy places to hide or whatnot. It's a lot more open, a lot less buildings to hide into, but it's more symmetrical than, it's definitely more symmetrical than Splash for sure. I think I'm on 30-0 right now. I think I did get a nuclear, I forgot if I did. But whatever. Yeah, it's unstoppable right now. And I just turned on that gun so hard. And that's what she did. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, so tips on getting nuclear. Definitely stick to the edges of the map. Because if you stick it on the edges of the map, then it makes you a lot harder to actually get noticed. That way you can cut like sight lines. You can cut less sight lines, less open sight lines and whatnot. So yeah, I usually try to stick to this backlot area, as I said a couple amount of times. You usually don't want to risk challenging going to areas that you think people will camp and stuff. I did get picked off right there on my streak, unfortunately, but that's okay. Definitely you want to get ready for every gunfight. Doing corners like these, you definitely want to make sure you're aiming down your sights. You don't want to rush in blindly. I want to say you want to play entirely defensively, but you sort of do want to play defensively while you're going for nuclear. At the same time, you always want to keep moving, sort of like a hybrid between rushing and defensive play. Definitely try not to camp, I guess, because camping, like, if you just camp in one spot, then it's just a lot easy. It's so much easier for the enemies to kill you, because if you know where the camper is, then you pretty much have a huge advantage over them, because you know where they are and you know how they play. At least I know how to play, because I've seen a lot of campers in Call of Duty in the past and whatnot. They usually don't move around, in which you usually get the upper hand because you have more movement ability than the camper, because campers usually don't move, to be honest, while shooting, and they usually don't have the greatest aim. At the same time, you always don't want to go like 100% rushing, because if you do that, then you could just be like, it's a lot easier for you to get caught off guard, because you won't really have that much of an idea around your surroundings and whatnot. In terms of guns, it really depends on a map. I'm mostly like a rusher, so I'm using SMG. But if you prefer like to play defensively and whatnot, or to play casual, like medium defensive, I guess, I don't know, hybrid between offensive and medium defensive, I guess you could say, assault rifles would be really helpful. Actually, silencer is really good for going for nuclears as well. Staying off the minimap is huge in Black Ops 3. I know that silencer isn't really that good in this game, but in some cases it works really well. Especially for the KN-44. The KN-44 definitely want to run the silencer on that, mainly because the 3 or 4 shot range is really not that much of a difference. It usually pretty much makes it a 4-shot kill anyways. And even on SMGs, silencers is still pretty good, because SMGs can be running like close quarters anyways. At least most of the gunfights, close quarters to medium range. It's like hardly amount of times you actually go long range. But that's the end of this video. I final score of 46 and 4 with 35 confirms. And I know I actually haven't uploaded like a video in like a while, But since I'm done with finals and whatnot, and summer has started, I can actually like start posting again. But yeah, the next video I'll be going over the map Rice in Awakening DLC 1. That's it for the video. Have a good day, guys. Peace.